Iran's foreign minister, Seyed Abbas Araghchi, has said that Tehran was prepared to continue attacks for as long as necessary. While speaking to U.S. broadcaster PBS News, Araghchi said negotiations with the United States were no longer on the agenda. Araghchi's remark comes amid the Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson saying that Tehran had refused requests for a ceasefire from countries including France, Russia, and China.
Some contacts are being held with the Islamic Republic of Iran, as you follow in the news, from China, Russia, France, and even some countries in the region are in contact with us and other countries, both Islamic and non-Islamic ones. Some of them, yes, are actually willing to act to stop this war or establish a ceasefire. Well, this is their request and we are fulfilling it.
The cessation of this war is in the hands of the Islamic Republic of Iran. This means that whenever the Islamic Republic of Iran decides for them to stop, the ultimate decision rests with the Islamic Republic of Iran in this matter, because they were the ones who committed aggression. They carried out armed attacks.
We must actually stop when we can feel or have a guarantee that these aggressive actions will not happen again and that they will accept full responsibility for their own actions. These two conditions, they must accept responsibility. It's not like they'll just come today and say stop and ceasefire, and we'll say very well and it's all over. We currently hold the upper hand. Look, every single effort they have made has utterly failed. Even now, they have not achieved their objectives. The Islamic Republic of Iran has inflicted severe and painful losses upon the Zionist regime, America, and their allies. Just observe the state of the global economy and energy. This is extremely painful for them. So you see, we have delivered truly devastating blows in this regard. So, we actually have the upper hand here, and therefore the Islamic Republic of Iran will determine the end of the war.
Earlier, Donald Trump claimed that the war in the Middle East would end very soon.
Thank you, Mr. President. On Iran, you called it an excursion. You said it would be over soon. Are you thinking this week it will be over?
No,
Are you talking
but soon.
about days?
I think soon.
Okay, and with respect
Very
to...
soon. Look, everything they have is gone, including their leadership. In fact, there are two levels of leadership, and even actually, as it turns out, more than that. But two levels of leadership are gone. Most people have never even heard about the leaders that they're talking about. So it's obviously been very, very powerful, very effective.
The Iranian military has also slammed Trump over his claims, even as a Wall Street Journal report claimed that Trump's advisors had urged the U.S. president to exit from the war.
Is Donald Trump seeking an exit from the ongoing war against Iran? A bombshell report from the Wall Street Journal has claimed that the U.S. president's advisors have privately urged him to look for an exit plan amid spiking oil prices and concerns that a lengthy conflict could spark political backlash. While speaking to reporters in Florida, Trump had claimed that the U.S. military had mostly achieved its goals.
So we're winning very decisively. We're way ahead of schedule. Our military is the greatest in the world, with the greatest equipment and the greatest people in the world. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. Iran's a very powerful country. They were going to take over the Middle East. If we did not hit them, they were going to take over the Middle East. They had thousands and thousands, since their last hit, they had thousands and thousands of missiles and everything else. Most are now destroyed. But they were going to take over the Middle East. Those weapons were aimed at Middle Eastern countries that had nothing to do with this. They were going to take over the Middle East, and they were going to try and destroy Israel. So we stopped it with good timing, and we're very proud to be involved in this, and it's going to be ended soon. And if it starts up again, they'll be hit even harder.
You promised the Iranian people you would help them, but it sounds like you're willing to end this fight after your military objectives have wrapped up. Isn't that a betrayal of the people?
Will I help them?
Will
I help them? I'd like to, if they can behave. But they've been very menacing. You know, they're great people. They have an amazing population. It's amazing, smart, brilliant, energetic. They have a great, I'd love to help them, but they have to be in a system that allows them to be helped. And right now they're in a system that only allows failure. And I don't want that. And I want a system that's not going to be attacking us. We want a system that can lead to many years of peace. And if we can't have that, we might as well get it over with right now. Yeah, please.
According to the WSJ report, some Trump administration officials said that as long as Tehran continued to attack regional countries and Israel still wanted to strike Iranian targets, it was unlikely Washington, D.C. could easily withdraw from the war. Trump had said he was prepared to continue targeting Iran if the country continued blocking the flow of oil through the Strait of Hormuz. Trump won't stop fighting until he can claim a satisfactory victory, a senior administration official told the Wall Street Journal, especially when the U.S. has a military advantage. Last week, Trump, in a Truth Social post, said there will be no deal with Iran except unconditional surrender. On Monday, Trump told the New York Post he was nowhere near issuing such an order. Later, the U.S. president said, "We could go further, and we're going to go further." Trump has hinted in public and told aides in private that he would back the killing of new Iranian Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei if he proves unwilling to cede to U.S. demands, current and former U.S. officials told the Wall Street Journal. His comments came as oil prices surged, then fell, adding to already existing concern among Trump's allies over the economic costs and political fallout of the war. According to the WSJ report, some of Trump's advisors have encouraged him to articulate a plan to extract the U.S. from the war and make the case that the military had largely achieved its objectives, according to people familiar with the matter. While many in the president's conservative base still support the initial operation, some of the president's advisors have privately expressed concerns that a longer war could deplete that support. Trump has been briefed on some polling about the war, the People said. Public polls released in recent days show that most Americans oppose the war. Some of Trump's advisors watched with alarm as oil prices shot to over $100 a barrel. They have also fielded calls about the midterm elections from some nervous Republicans, according to people familiar with the matter. As per the report, Trump's team concluded they needed a more aggressive communications plan to sell the public on the war, as many consumers deal with rising gas prices. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt rejected the news report, saying it was full of crap from anonymous sources who I can guarantee are not in the room with President Trump. The president's top aides are focused 24/7 on ensuring Operation Epic Fury continues to be a tremendous success, and the end of these operations will ultimately be determined by the commander-in-chief.